Latino Slant presents Slant News Flash. Entertainment stories from around the world. Give us 5 minutos. We'll give you El Mundo. Polly here on the Latino Slant. I hope everyone is doing great. I hope you are subscribed and getting those alerts as far as entertainment news, out of Hollywood, new projects, what have you. Movie reviews, we covered all here in the Latino Slant. Today, we have a nice, interesting story from Latin, and that is Marilyn Monroe kept her Mexican heritage a secret in Hollywood. Okay? What's up, Marilyn? This is by Roberto Leal, who's a writer for the Latin Heat. Of the countless books and films about Marilyn Monroe, almost all, without exception, have dealt with the well-known established Hollywood data points of her life and career. Her phenomenal rise to stardom, her 2 failed marriages, her miscarriages, her affairs with JFK and Bobby Kennedy, her addictions, and the controversies surrounding her suicide in 1962 at the age of 36. But the facts about Marilyn's Hispanic heritage are also well documented and well known, but kept secret from the public when Hollywood transformed Norma Jean Mortensen into Marilyn Monroe. Did you guys know about this? I had no idea. I had no idea that there's any connection at all between Marilyn Monroe and Mexico. Okay, now I can tell you right now, she wasn't the only one of that day that concealed her whatever they concealed from baseball star Ted Williams. Martin Sheen changes his name. Rita Moreno, I believe her last name was Casino. Raquel Welch, Linda Carter, Wonder Woman. So it all falls in line because of just a different time. But yeah. Did you guys have any idea? Let's read on. A Mexican by any other name, Hollywood put Marilyn's ancestral family roots in the great white American Midwest. That was partly true, but they left out the fact that Marilyn's maternal grandparents left the Midwest in the 1890s for Mexico. Oh, they went the opposite. Due to financial hardships, they relocated in what is now Piedras Negras, just across the border from Eagle Pass, Texas. They quickly assimilated in the norteño ranching and farming lifestyle and became completely Mexicanized. Interesting. Marilyn's mother, Gladys Pearl, was born in Mexico, 1902. Therefore, by birthright, Marilyn Monroe was a Latina. Unlike some famous celebrities at that time, like Hall of Fame slugger Ted Williams, whose mother was a Mexican and denied his Latino heritage all his life, Marilyn never disavowed her Mexican origins. But due to the pressures and demands put on her by Hollywood to maintain an all-American girl image, she kept them to herself to sustain her career. Marilyn reclaimed her Mexican connection. At the height of her movie career, Marilyn formed her own production company, Marilyn Monroe Productions, MMP, and at this point no longer felt constrained by Hollywood to hide her Latina pride. She is with writer-producer Jose Bolaños. She spent a lot of time in Mexico, Ciudad Juarez, Mexico City, and Baja California. There, to the horror of Hollywood press agents and publicists, Marilyn could openly and publicly be seen being serenaded by mariachi bands, eating tacos, climbing to the top of ancient Mayan pyramids, speaking Spanish in public, and even becoming romantically involved with Mexican writer-producer Jose Bolaños. I mean, nowadays, that's just like normal. You see celebrities of all different types of backgrounds hanging out in Mexico, being serenaded by mariachis and eating tacos. Marilyn bought and decorated her house with Mexican mahogany furniture. She even had her picture taken wearing a China Poblana traditional Mexican outfit. She was also fond of Mexican sweaters. One of the last photos of Marilyn is of her walking on the beach wearing her Mexican sweater. That sweater was found draped over her Mexican furniture the day of her death. Yeah, I remember this photo, absolutely. And it's not until it's pointed out where it's like, oh yeah, that is a Mexican sweater, or oh yeah, that there is that connection, but would never have thought this. Marilyn brought and okay, we read that. Her safe harbor, there's no question the camera adored Marilyn Monroe. She was uniquely photogenic, sensual, vulnerable, fragile, and beautiful. It was those qualities Hollywood packaged and branded into a myth, a product, a persona called Marilyn Monroe. They could market to a white majority movie audience. The demand and expectations put on her to maintain her public facade proved painful to her already damaged psyche, resulting from a troubled childhood and going from one foster home to another. Clinging to and embracing her Mexican heritage must have been like a safe harbor to Marilyn Monroe. It was a place where she could be a free spirit Latina, bask in the warmth and comfort of her Mexican culture and birthright. I don't know. I appreciate this. There's some insight here. I don't know. I don't know. I would love this to maybe read some transcripts of some interviews where she, talks about her Mexican heritage, if at all. Again, this is all news to me, but if you guys have some insight to it, please comment. And what must have been an unintentionally ironic twist of fate, the upcoming NC-17 rated Netflix biopic of Marilyn Monroe, entitled Blonde, has rising Latina superstar Ana de Armas in the lead role. The movie is based on the highly fictionalized and sensationalized account of Marilyn's life in a novel by Joyce Carol Oates. Could it be the producers of Blonde are sending a subliminal message to the audience of Marilyn's Hispanic heritage by casting Armas? Or could it be a guilt-driven casting Freudian slip in an attempt to subconsciously atone for suppressing the Mexican side of Marilyn she was always honored but not allowed to celebrate by the Hollywood mainstream establishment? I don't think so. Jorge, I think here you're reaching a little bit. For me, I would believe is that Ana de Armas is an incredible actor first. I think any connections to casting a Latina to play Marilyn, and that Marilyn had some ties to Mexico is icing on the cake, but I don't think it had to do with the direct casting. Regardless, someone her eternal safe harbor, Norma Jean Mortensen, must be flashing that $1 million smile, knowing at long last Latina star is giving life to the truth of La Mexicana, Marilyn Monroe. Okay, listen, I'm a Marilyn Monroe fan. There's a little bit here, not a lot. Yeah, I think it was what they're talking about, a mom or a grandmother being born there. I don't know if she was raised in Mexico at all. But it says if she spoke Spanish. Listen, what do I know? Latino Slant. We love Marilyn Monroe. This is cool. This is interesting. Again, if you guys have any comments about this, if you know anything about maybe her family, her relatives, if they are still in Mexico, that would be very interesting. If she would go visit her relatives in Mexico, that would be even more interesting and add weight to this story. Okay, well, we'll put the link here in the video description. It's from Latin Heat and Roberto Leal. Check out Latin Heat, check out Latino Slant, and that is your Slant News Flash. Orale, Marilyn. We love you, baby.
Slant News Flash was recorded at the Slant Studios. All information has been pre-approved by our Slantino staff of Chicanos, Cholos, Homeboys, and Homegirls. Keep your slant fuerte.